Okay, so this is going to be the function starter, isn't it? So we've got 3x minus 1 over x plus 2 squared x minus 1. So we've got this squared bit here, so we need, this is a repeated root, isn't it? So we're going to have, oh no, so a over x plus 2 plus b over x plus 2 all squared plus c over x minus 1 for the third term. Okay, multiply through by the denominator here, and we're going to get 3x minus 1 is equal to a x plus 2 x minus 1 plus b x minus 1 plus c x plus 2 all squared. Substitute in what x equals 1, I guess, to start with, and the left hand side will become 2 is equal to, that will go, we'll get 1 plus 2 is 3 squared, so oh god, 9c, isn't it? So c is equal to 2 over 9. Substitute in x equals minus 2, that'll get rid of these two terms. 3 times minus 2 is minus 6, minus 1 is minus 7, is equal to, that goes, minus 1, minus 2, minus 1 is minus 3, minus 3b. Oh, this isn't nice at all, is it? B is equal to 7 over 3, and then just something else. Or could we compare coefficients? That might be a nice way of doing it. What do we want to find? We want to find out a, don't we? Maybe comparing coefficients is a nice way of doing it, because we know that on the left hand side, we could, for instance, substitute in x equals 0 and do it that way. But if you look at the left hand side, if you look at the number of x squareds, we've got 0. On the right hand side, that means we must have 0 x squareds, and if we multiply this out, we're going to get a x squareds for x squareds, and if we multiply this out, we're going to get cx squared. This is going to give us no x squared. So that means we know that a plus c is equal to 0. So that means a is equal to minus c. So that means, which is equal to minus 2 over 9. So we're actually done. So that's a quick way of doing it, isn't it? So we get 3x minus 1 over x plus 2 squared x minus 1 is equal to, what's a? So minus 2 over 9 x plus 2 plus 7 over 3 x plus 2 squared, c plus 2 over 9 x minus 1. I might write these in slightly different order to make it neater, but there you go. Right, so that's question 1. Question 2 is going to be, so sec theta equals 5, so that's 1 over cos theta is equal to 5, so that's cos theta is equal to a fifth. And the domain, we're going to be looking at domain today, is that we don't need to change that. Theta is equal to, where's my calculator? Where is the calculator? Here it is. We're in degrees, so just make sure you're in degrees. So inverse cos of, I'm going to put 0.2 in there. We get 78.46 as the principal value. It's cos. So we know cos is symmetrical around 0 and 360 there. So 360 minus answer is 281. Let's go to 2 decimal places, why not? There you go. For 3, cot 2 theta is equal to 2, and this time we will have to change the interval, the domain. Alright, so let's do that now. Oh, theta's in between 0 and 360, so 2 theta, which is what we got here, is going to be, so we want all the solutions between 0 and 720, so there'll be a few more. 1 over tan 2 theta, that's the third letter, equal to 2, so that means tan 2 theta is equal to a half, which means 2 theta is equal to, and then we'll list all the values, so shift tan of a half is equal to 26.56, 26.57 if we round it, and then we're looking at the tan graph, aren't we? So it repeats it's got a period of 180, so the principal value 26, so let's say that's a half, right? and that's telling us that's 26.57. So the next one's going to be over here, so we just add 180 to our principal value, and we keep doing that, right? 0.57, 386.57, 566.57, and one more for luck is outside of the interval, outside the domain, so that's good. And then theta equals, we just want to divide all of those by 2. 26.57 is equal to this one, hang on, divided by 2. I'm going to give it to 1 decimal place now just to avoid rounding errors, and then I'm going to cheat a little bit and just add 90 degrees to each of those. 103.3, because 90 is half 180, 193.3 equals but 283.3, which should be in our initial interval. Great, that's done there. Okay, final one. So for 4, we got cosec 2x plus pi over 2. We're going to be in radians this time, equals 3. 0 is less than x is less than pi. So again, we want to change this interval here. So if we substitute 0 into 2x plus pi over 2, we get pi over 2. And if we substitute pi into 2x plus pi over 2, we get 2 pi plus pi over 2, which is 2.5 pi over 2, 2.5 pi, which is 5 pi over 2. And I'm just going to put 5 pi over 2, 5 pi divided by 2 into my calculator and press the SD button. I just have that as a decimal, just so I know how far to go up to, and I guess pi over 2 as well would be useful, which is 1.57ish, isn't it? So I'm just going to put that there just so I know, how many answers to get. So cosec is 1 over sine, so it's 1 over sine of 2x plus pi over 2 is equal to 3. So that means sine of 2x plus pi over 2 is equal to 1/3, which means 2x plus pi over 2 is equal to shift sine of 1/3. Whee, come on. AC shift sine of 1/3, and we're going to get, it's in radians, so menu, oh no, we want that set up. Angle input 2, radians 2, lovely. Shift sine, no, come on. Shift sine of 1 divided by 3. So first solution is 0.339, which you can see is actually outside the interval, but let's, we need it because it's our principal value. And just a little reminder of what the sine graph looks like is like this. And we're going to have a couple of periods, I guess. So that's 0, that's going to be pi, that's 2 pi, that's 3 pi, and that's 4 pi. And we like 2.5 pi, right? So we're going up to like here somewhere. So maybe that's out of our, maybe we'll get 2 solutions, I guess. But let's have a look. So it's going to be pi take away the principal value, which is 2.801. That's in our interval, and then add the period's 2 pi, isn't it? Repeats every 2 pi, so add 2 pi to the principal value. So 0.339 plus 2 pi is 6.622, and then add 2 pi to 2.801, and we're going to get 9.084. That's outside our interval. That's these are our 2 answers. But then we need to minus pi and divide by minus pi by 2 and divide by 2. So for this one here, 2.801. If I can type it in correctly, 01 minus pi over 2. And then we want to divide by 2, and we get 0.615, and this one here, 6.622 minus pi over 2, divided by 2, and we get 2.53 when you round it. And they're your answers.